Properties for sale under. Hello, my friends, and welcome to Italy, a place to love YouTube channel, the channel where I like to talk about the good, the bad, all we have to know about Italy, but mainly we focus on the properties for sale in Italy. So today in properties for sale under, I bring you in this town in Apulia Region, Lecce Province, Salento, this town called Specchia. All right, so here we can see on the maps where Specchia is. So we are talking about a town at the very bottom of the hill of Apulia region, anyway, south of Italy. So, my friends, if you like this type of videos where I'm showing you the house market, the properties for sale in Italy in a selected town, let me know. Please put like, subscribe. You are free to comment, and you're also free to recommend me maybe towns for sale, towns where you would like to find properties for sale in Italy. Okay, so let's start. And so here we are in Specchia. So Lecce Province, important to say that Specchia è un comune italiano di 4.481 abitanti. So we are talking about a municipality under 20,000 inhabitants, so it goes under the 7% taxation. All right, so now we can zoom in just to get closer to see Specchia. Now, as we can see, anyway, we are in Lecce Province, Gallipoli. We can see Gallipoli here. The nearest airport is Brindisi Airport, which is so here is Brindisi. I'd say tiny bit more than 1 hour driving or by bus. Okay, so let's get closer and closer. Okay, so here we are in Specchia. As you see, we are at the very bottom of the hill, so we are close to Santa Maria di Leuca, which is the southest town in Apulia region. Then we also have Castro, not far, which is a very uh, important destination in Apulia region in Salento. And anyway, then we have beautiful town, beautiful sea, Marina di Pescoluse, and Alessano, Corsano, many other towns around this beautiful area. All right, so let's zoom out again just to let you have an idea about where we are. Anyway, beautiful sea, beautiful weather. Okay, let's move on. Okay, my friends, here if you want, you can join my Facebook group called Italy, a place to love. We reach 637 members. So slowly, the community is growing. Anyway, and then now I go as usual on YouTube and I selected a video which is talking about Specchia. So I will share the link under the description of the video. So like this, you can see and you can have an idea about what this town is. All right, so Specchia. Anyway, you can go on YouTube and type Specchia Lecce, and you might find many more videos about this beautiful town. Okay, but now we go straight away into Idealista, and we are going to see the properties for sale in Specchia. So sit back and relax, and like this, we can see together what's for sale in this beautiful town. All right, so minimum price, we don't select anything. Minimum size, yes. Okay, wait, I'll go back 1 second, my friends, also because it's always very important. So, properties for sale in Specchia, Lecce, there are 131 houses and flat. But as I usually do, I do a bit of selection. So I select properties which are minimum 100 square meters. Then I select only houses, no flats and no uh, only houses. Then I go for properties, exclude auction properties, only properties available without any of the previous restrictions, which are rented with tenants or bare ownership. Okay, so then we do only 3 rooms house, which have minimum 3 rooms and 2 bathrooms. Okay, so now we have done our selection, and as you can see, the amount of properties dropped to 37 houses. And now we select from the lowest price and we'll see finally what's on the market in this town. All right, so the cheapest we have 39,000 euro, village house, 6 room, 125 square meters, just 50 meters from the historic center. We offer for sale a first floor apartment with double access. Okay, let's have a quick look at the pictures. Anyway, here it says an apartment. Okay, the property is in need of renovation. Actually, by this picture, we can say that is in a raw state. So the price is very low, but let's say, anyway, we are talking about a property that has to be finished. And it also says an apartment. So now let's see the following one. Detached house for 53,000 euros, 5 rooms, 100 square meters. We offer for sale a truly interesting price and independent house on the ground floor with flat and star walls. Okay, let's have a quick look at the pictures. Okay, overall, the property looks in a good condition, so we can enter into the properties. Let's just read quickly the basic features. So we are talking about a detached house, 100 square meters built, 5 rooms, 2 bathrooms, second hand, good condition, air conditioning. And now we can go into the pictures. Let's go full screen. So this is the property from outside. Now the price I'd say is very low for 53,000 euro, 100 square meters. So we are talking about 500 euro per square meter, which is very low. It's much lower than the average price in this area. Anyway, nice and cozy from outside. Here it seems like we have a kind of open space before private open space before the entrance door. We are on the ground floor. Anyway, the house looks in a good condition overall. Okay, so it's an interesting property. Let's start from the star vaulted ceiling, which is amazing. I see bright, so we have windows anyway. So then, anyway, I like the old doors. I will just restore. I like the old radiators, so we can see there is a heating system. I prefer these old radiators than the new one. The floor is nothing special, but is an early 70s floor. What is important is that is in a good condition. So from here, the only thing that I would think about to change maybe are the window, the balcony, or anyway, the entrance doors. I would go for a new generation, for modern. I would keep all the rest as it is. I see, for example, here they put a newer floor. I don't understand really what part of the house is, but anyway, looks maybe like a hole. Okay, here probably this is the kitchen space. As you can see, the window frames are a bit old. So at the moment, this is the only thing that I would renovate personally. Obviously, electrical implants looks like was renovated more than 20 years ago. I see by this type of sockets. Floor here doesn't look in a very good condition. I don't know. I don't understand if only needs to be clean, polished properly. Okay, so here we are in another room because I see. Let me go back 1 second just to understand. You see, okay, here we see a dining table, but we see this type of floor. Then we go forward again. Here we have another dining table, but I see a different floor, so we are in a different room. Here we have a corridor. I see air conditioning system. Everything looks in order. New bathroom. So the bathroom was renovated around 20 years ago, but as we see, was kept in a very good condition. Here we have a second bathroom. Same, renovated around 20 years ago. Obviously, it's possible to upgrade the bathroom without spending crazy money. Okay, here we have another room. I like to see that in Italy, in most of the properties for sale, we can still see very old television. All right, then here we have another room. I think we saw this room before, but anyway, overall, is in a good condition. I don't see double glazed windows, but it's quite spacious. And I have to say, okay, here we have a single bedroom, but in a good condition again. Here we have beautiful star vaulted ceiling, which is always a plus. Here we are back in one of these kind of dining room, living room. Everything looks in order. I think this is the kind of perfect property that I would buy myself as an investment. I'd say that this property bought it like this for 53,000 euro, possible to resell it in 1 2 years already for 20,000 euro more. And I will tell you why later. Anyway, I see the electrical implant also was renovated not very long time ago. We are not talking about 50 years ago, maybe around 20. New sockets here. And 20 is not an old because in Italy, if it's old, has to be, it's around more than 14 years, 40, 40. I like this property. I like it. Wow, we even have staircase leading in. This is kind of new, this staircase. Wow, this property is amazing. 53,000 euro with a terrace, with a lovely view on the old town of Specchia. Wow. So we have, let's have a look at the floor map. Okay, so here we have the main entrance, cortile, which is a kind of backyard. So we go into the kitchen. Dispensa is a kind of storage room. Then we have one bathroom here. Then we have two bedrooms. Looks like one bedroom doesn't have windows. I don't know. Even if I don't know. Here is not reported any window. Here we have another bedroom, and here we have another bedroom. So I'd say we have kind of living space, living room, two bedrooms, kitchen, and two bathrooms. I'd say this is for 50 plus. Anyway, we have the staircase leading from the backyard. You can see here on the right straight away, and going up to the terrace. And probably there is another little storage room, maybe possible to use as a space. All right, so I'd say that this property looks quite interesting for 53,000 euro. Let's see what's next. 70,000 detached house in Via della Ratta. 5 rooms, 124 square meters. Okay, now we have a lovely view We are on the terrace here. Okay, we are already, let's say, 20,000 euro more than the previous one. So here we have for now only pictures from outside. Inside is in a raw state. So the house can be upgraded to your tastes. It's not very small, but anyway, it is in needs of not renovation, but anyway, it's raw, so needs to be finished. And it might require a bigger amount of money. Now, I'm not entering into properties that are in a raw state. Okay, 70,000 euro, garage included, 6 room, 250 square meters, country house for sale in Specchia, located in Via Salite in the heart of residential area and just 350 meters from the historic Piazza del Popolo. So we are in the town, but again, I see another property in a raw state. Okay, next. Okay, now we are at 75,000 euros. 6 rooms, 160 square meters. In the heart of Specchia Historic Center, we offer for sale at 3 level. So it's now from outside, I have to say that is a beautiful old building. Okay, but I already see that is in need of renovation from outside. But it is a beautiful historic building. I like this type of porch here and the entrance. Okay, we have beautiful star vaulted ceiling, but also I see a raw state. I see the house in a raw state. Then here we are on the terrace. Okay, completely in a raw state. Looks like here they even turn on the fireplace. Okay, it's a very old house with beautiful star vaulted ceiling. It's antique. It's possible to make the house of your dreams here, obviously. I see a huge potential, but I also see a big amount of money to be spent on it. And on this channel, on this format, we are looking just for properties that are not in need of renovation. Okay, detached house in Via Alessandro Volta, 80,000 euro, 5 rooms, 130 square meters. Location, independent house located in Specchia, a precious reality of the southern Salento that thanks to its artistic and cultural beauties is listed. All right, now let's see. Now from outside the house looks in order and also already from inside. So let's enter into the property. We are at 80,000, so it's nearly 30,000 euro more than the previous one. So we are at 130 square meters, 5 rooms, 80,000 euro. That means that we are around 750 euro per square meter. We are still under 1,000. It's still probably under the average. Okay, detached house, 1 floor, 130 square meters build, 100 square meters the floor area, probably 30 meters square is the garden, backyard, 5 rooms, 2 bathrooms, terrace, good condition, orientation north, that's not really the best, all right. I always go for east, south, or southwest. East, south, or southwest. But anyway, let's enter into the property. There are 24 pictures. Okay, now here we have a bedroom. Obviously, we don't have to care about the furniture. All we have to look here is the condition of the house itself. Now, from this picture, let's start. We have a beautiful vaulted ceiling, star vaulted ceiling, typical of the Salento area. And I see a lovely old floor. I like this type of tiles. So I would keep. Now, if I can imagine the room completely empty, I can see a lovely bedroom with a lovely star vaulted ceiling and a lovely old-fashioned tiles floor. Okay, this I guess this is the property from outside, probably just this one here with the brown door and one, let's say, window, let's call it window. Typical, you can see that here, anyway, all the houses have kind of a exit, let's say, not on a balcony, no, but straight on the road, typical of the Salento houses. Okay, now here we can, I notice overall, let's say that is in a good condition. So I don't see renovation works to do here. I see lovely old heaters, which never change. If you have in a house these old heaters, keep it as they are. I don't see the doors, but overall I would keep also the doors. And here in the hall, I can see exactly the same tiles used for that bedroom, which I would keep it simply. And I see that it's kept, even to be old, has more than 50 years, has been kept in a very good condition. Okay, now here we have a kitchen. What can we say about the kitchen? Now, don't look at the furniture. These tiles are a bit old. Maybe here I would put my hands just to make it a bit more modern, but we have a beautiful fireplace. And the floor is a newer floor comparing to the other one, but looks in a good condition. So, okay, here looks like we are in so let's see 1 second, let me go back. Okay, here we have the tiles, we have the fireplace. Anyway, the tiles are not the same of this room. So here I'd say that this is a kind of living room. I would keep the tiles, seriously, but I would get rid of these tiles on the wall. Simply, I don't like it. Just make it plain, plaster the wall, remove this. It's not a major job. Also, I see the electrical implant is a bit old, so it might be in need of a new electrical implant. Yeah, I see. Anyway, beautiful here, this little porch, this little arch. Possible to make to decorate this house properly. I don't see again big massive amount of it as an investment. All right, here we are back in the bedroom that we saw in the beginning. Here we have a bathroom that was has around 30 years. This bathroom was renovated maybe 25, 30 years ago, but still in a good condition. Okay, we have a bath tube which is small. Actually, I'd say it was renovated less than 20 years ago because I see the the radiators on the wall, typical of after 2000. So also the bidet doesn't look very old. The bath is a bit small. I would put a shower personally. Okay, here we are into another bedroom with another beautiful star vaulted ceiling. Same floor that I would keep. Okay, here we have a little courtyard. Interesting. So you have your own little space. There is a veranda here, and there are also steps, staircase leading to the first floor. Sorry, to the terrace. We can see here. Anyway, I like they were keeping wood here. Also, place where to storage the wood for the fireplace. So beautiful. From the terrace here, you can see your little courtyard, big terrace with a lovely view around. Plenty of plants. For example, here is possible to have your little garden on the terrace. Lovely property, lovely property. Oh, nice to see an old Fiat 500. Beautiful. Okay, so this is the sea from the center of Specchia. It's not the view from the property. This is Specchia. It's a kind of flat town. Now, the good thing of Salento is that these towns are all quite flat, so you don't have steps. It's not you don't have to put a lot of efforts, to walk in the town. There are some old towns with a lot of steps on the hills, but generally Salento is flat. so you don't have many steps around the town. Okay, so here we are at 80,000 euro, and now we go to 95,000 euro. 4 rooms, 115 square meters. Anyway, let me just recap. At the moment, I found two interesting properties. This one for 80 and this one here for 53. To be honest, I would go for this one for 53. With 53,000 euro, I have a beautiful house in Salento with very little renovation works. Now, let's have a look at this house. Now, independent house for sale in the heart of Specchia, independent house in the central position, a short walk. Now, I see new pictures. I don't know if it's computer graphic or is already renovated. I think it's already renovated at these standards. 115 square meters, 4 rooms, 2 bathrooms, 1 floor, detached house, air conditioning, good condition. Okay, let's have a look. So here they're asking 95,000 euro. It looks like the house is already in this condition. It doesn't look like. So this was already fully renovated. We have star vaulted ceiling, modernized. The property has been kept. It doesn't look computer graphic. I think this house is already like this. Entrance door, solid entrance door, renovated with a fireplace, all modernized. So here we are in the kitchen dining room while we enter in the house with a couch. Then here we have an interesting bedroom, modern, air conditioned, star vaulted ceiling. Technically here there's not even €1 to be spent on this house. Zero. Okay, so here we are in the living room where we see the sliding door. Here we are in the living room, we see the fireplace. Then I go back. This room has only this little window. Typical of the houses here, that in many rooms they might not have big windows. Now here we have a bathroom. So this is an ensuite bathroom that belongs just to this bedroom. Now let me go back just to understand. Okay, it's the same bedroom. Here we have air conditioning, beautiful star vaulted ceiling. The floor is in a very good condition. Very modern bathroom, very modern. So renovated less than 5 years ago, technically. Everything is new. Beautiful tiles, beautiful shower. Everything is new. Okay, here we are back in the kitchen. Now they're not showing more pictures here. It's a pity. They say now 4 rooms. They might include. Anyway, we saw just one bedroom. We saw the kitchen. Let me now kitchen, living room, one bedroom. Let me go back again 1 second. Again, they're showing only one bedroom. They're not showing all the rooms. Now, as we can see, okay, this is the floor map. Okay, so this is the entrance. This is the entrance with the living room kitchen. This is the bedroom. And here is the bathroom. Okay, anyway, there are more rooms, but they don't show the condition of these rooms. But anyway, for 95,000 euro, a house keys in hands. Okay, I want to understand from this picture because here I see another room, but I cannot understand if this is the bathroom or is another room. Anyway, we have beautiful star vaulted ceiling, interesting property, 95,000 euro. All right, so let's keep going. Next, 120,000. So here we're going already over 100. Garage included, 6 rooms, 170 square meters. In the heart of Specchia, in a corner and central position, we offer for sale charming independent house, ideal for those seeking comfort. Now let's have a look. Okay, now it's an interesting property. Let's enter. So we are on the ground floor with a big terrace, semi-detached, 6 rooms, 2 bathrooms, terrace, single garage, good condition, air conditioning, storage room. Let's have a look at the pictures. All right, so let's go full screen. Okay, from outside, it's perfect. I don't see any kind of renovations to do. Zero from outside. And I see a massive terrace. Beautiful, big, massive terrace. So here we are not in the terrace. Here we are on the ground floor with a courtyard. Beautiful space. Beautiful, lovely space in a very good condition. You can make your little garden with your flowers. You can grow plants and flowers. Okay, now here we are inside the house. Let's say, okay, here we have 1 bedroom, floor early 70s, but the house is kept in a good condition. New radiators, these are the type of new radiators, which I'm not a fan. I prefer the old one. Okay, here we have a bathroom that was renovated 40 years ago. We are in the middle of the 80s here. So 85, I'd say. But now I don't like the bath. I prefer a shower. But anyway, technically it's possible to use this bathroom as it is because I don't see destroyed tiles. So I don't see in a very bad condition, but obviously it will be nice maybe to make a new bathroom. Then here we have another spacious double bedroom. Very interesting. The floor, even if it's not the most expensive floor, again, I'd say early 70s, mid 70s, but I would keep this. I would keep. There is only one problem. I have the same type of floor in my house where I live, in the kitchen and in the living room. I'm telling you that if it falls, a small object, forget it to find. Yeah, sometimes even a coin might be hard. Then you have to go with the brush. Even if it breaks a glass, it could be so. When it breaks a glass here, I've just brushed 20 times to be sure that I collect all the pieces of glasses. Anyway, it's a funny story, but it's true. All right, so here we are. Let me see. Okay, here we are in another bedroom with access to the courtyard with an ensuite bathroom. So here we have another bathroom, bright. So here we have the living room. Now, again, try to imagine this house without any sort of furniture, completely empty, freshly painted, just in white. I see a good potential. I see a beautiful house with no massive renovation works, maybe changing the frames of the outdoor area. Okay. I don't see the star vaulted ceiling here. It's the only thing that I don't see star vaulted ceiling. Let me go back here. For example, in the entrance, they put new tiles here, but everything looks in order anyway. That's what is important for me. Then try to imagine always the property without furniture because it's confusing a bit. Anyway, here we have a kitchen, old kitchen, obviously, but what I like is that it's just a kitchen and quite spacious. All right, it's a spacious kitchen. Here we have a kind of utilities room or little studio. Okay, here we have a bathroom that was renovated, let's say in the middle of the 90s, 95, 98. I can see with a little step here with a shower, possible to remodernize. I see new window frames here. I would keep it as it is, this bathroom. So here we have another bedroom, air conditioning. I see plenty of space anyway in this house. New floor, for example, here they put this floor in the mid 90s. I see it's a mid 90s floor, but it's in a good condition. Then the staircase leading to the terrace are in a very good condition. They are new. Everything looks in a very good condition. So here we are on the first floor with the terrace, and from the terrace is possible to enter in few more rooms. Beautiful view of the courtyard, many utility rooms. Okay, I want to go back to show you one thing. Now it's a pity I'm not showing. I'm going back because I want to show you one thing. Okay, now let's go on full screen. Now here we have the entrance door, and this is the door that is leading to the terrace. That makes it quite independent, the entrance from to the terrace. Let me go back. Okay, so this is the same door, basically from the entrance, from the little entrance. Then we have this door that is kind of dividing the property on the ground floor to the terrace and the first floor. Now, it's a pity they're not showing the condition of the rooms because that can make you can make a second property. Maybe there is possibility to put a small kitchen just to rent. You see from the main entrance door, just in front of the main entrance door, there is this door that is leading to the first floor and the terrace. I'd say this house, okay, I forgot the price. Okay, they're asking 120,000 euro. It's not very, very cheap, but has a great possibility, has a great chances this house. All right, let's see the following one for 120. Now, detached house in Via Pasubio, 120,000 euros, 5 rooms, 130 square meters. The one before was 170 square meters. So we are around 750 euro per square meter, still under 1,000. Here we are nearly at 1,000, let's say 900, 920 euro per square meter. But let's have a quick look. The house is in a very good condition. Okay, let's enter. There are many pictures, but okay, let me just read quickly. So 130 square meters built, 5 rooms, 2 bathrooms, terrace and balcony, good condition, orientation north, so and so, air conditioning. Okay, let's have a look at the pictures. Let's go full screen. I'll do maybe quite quickly, but anyway, we see this is an old building that was renovated quite recently. So beautiful old style balconies. I like. I see already new window frames, new balcony frames. Lovely, lovely. So we are in the center of Specchia here. Okay, here we have an entrance door in a good condition. Okay, then we have steps, staircase leading to upper floors, kind of mezzanine space. Because it's an old house, obviously, uh, it's a bit uneven on different levels, the house, typical, because maybe they were building one part and then after a total amount of years they build in a second. So this is the reason. Anyway, we have everything looks in order. Good. New window frames. not very old electrical implant. I'd say the house was renovated recently. I can see by the floor. I cannot see properly the tiles, but I see new radiators. Everything looks new and bright. Here we have a fireplace. Okay, Specchia. Now hard to figure out the floor plan. I see many rooms. I see everything is in order. I like the way this decoration around the doors. So is a house that probably has more than 100 years. Could have 150, 140, 150. I'd say this was the style of the mid 19th century, so 1850, 1860, maximum 1870, but fully renovated with new windows for 120,000 euro. Let's see, big new radiators. So I'd say it was renovated the last 5 years, renovated and then decided to put on sale. Okay, this is a bedroom. As I show you, sometimes they have small windows here, mainly because the heat during the summer, and it helps to prevent strong heat in the house. Obviously, if the house is old, they didn't have AC, they didn't have air conditioning 150 years ago. New bathroom, completely new, renovated, I'd say less than 5 years ago, with lovely shower, double shower, new radiators, new toilet, new bidet. Okay, here we are going to the terrace. In a row state, there is this prob. I don't know if this is the basement or the backyard. In the courtyard, there is this extra storage place that was kept in a raw state. Anyway, here we have the bathroom. This is another bathroom, new. So fully renovated this house. I'd say these are the standards that I like. Wow, full of solar panels. Interesting. And it's amazing. Great to have. You have hot water, electricity for a place where the summer lasts 7 months, if not 8 months. But you can use here even during the winter. Perfect. Wow, massive, massive. I think this is a more than 6 kilowatts. Generally, this is three kilowatts, but plus this one looks like more than 6 kilowatts. You can even have an electric car here and charge your car, whatever is electric. Amazing, amazing. Okay, wow, here new gas boiler. Actually, this is connected with the battery to the solar panels. Wow, pompa di calore. I don't know now the name in English, but anyway, here was renovated. Everything at high standards. Then here we might see maybe not. We cannot see have there's no sea view, but you can see far from the terrace. Wow, beautiful. So if you're interested in this kind of properties, and then you can do the same search. You go on Idealista, type Specchia, do all the selections, and then when you reach 120,000 euro, beautiful house, beautiful. For 120, there's no only the furniture, to buy only the furniture here. They didn't show much the courtyard. Okay, 130, 130 detached house. So here we are in Contrada, so we are in the suburban area, in the outskirts, but raw state, so completely to be renovated. Big, well, 250 square meters. If your plan is to have your beautiful villa here, possible to make it. Obviously, you need to add another 150,000, and then you can make the house of your dream. Let's say 150 plus 130, and 130 is 260. With 280, with less than 300,000 euro, here you can have the house of your dreams, 9 rooms, 250 square meters. Okay, then here we are at 145. Okay, this house is the same. I see already. There are two different estate agents, so we're given the price is the same. Wait, here they say 134 square meters. No, it's a different one. Okay, I made a mistake. Okay, they say renovated. Let's enter into this property. One floor, 134 square meters, 3 rooms, 2 bathrooms, plot of land, 234 square meters, terrace, double garage included in the price, good condition, south, east, west, private garden, individual heating. Okay, price is 145. They say the house is fully renovated. I like. I have to say, okay, we have star vaulted ceilings. Obviously, the furniture they put what they have. You see, in the renovation, they kept the whole heaters. Smart, because these old heaters are better than the new one. Lovely living room, anyway. Dining living room. Star vaulted ceiling. The floor. They kept the old floor here. They just, let's say, renew it, kept put in a very good condition, polished properly. It's enough to polish properly these old floors and they turn beautiful. This is a type of marble. It's not marble, these are tiles, but it's a sort of marble style. Air conditioning, bright. We're always in the same room. Okay, here we have a beautiful living room. So that was a dining room. Here we have a beautiful living room where you can enjoy your relaxing time with a beautiful library. Interesting. Lovely property. Lovely. Bright. Lovely property. I like. So I don't see any major works to do here. For example, here we have a bedroom again without windows. That's another typical thing. Again, I will never stop repeating, simply because during the summer, this room, you don't even need the AC to stay cool. With a star vaulted ceiling, so the principles when they were building houses without air conditioning. Floor again, they kept the old one but polished in a very new, decent style. Okay, wait, maybe there is. It looks like there is the window. Wow, if this is the same bedroom, let me go back again. Yes, yeah. There is the window. So I made a mistake. Probably here it's en suite. We have a bathroom. Here they close the curtains. Okay, bathroom could be upgraded, renovated. Let's say mid 90s, 95, before 2000. I would put just a proper shower. I would remove the bath tube and put a beautiful star vaulted ceiling in all the rooms. Basically, here they're pointing. Here we are in the kitchen, modern kitchen they made and spacious with another dining table, lovely fireplace. Nice, nice. Everything in order. New tiles here, new kitchen. Again, all the switches, electrical implant, good order. This is another house that you might buy, new window frames, old radiators, very smart. This is the type of house that, believe me, you buy and keep it as it is, ready, keys in hand, ready to live. I like the kitchen. Here we have another bathroom, another spare room. Could be used as a studio or just as a storage. Double garage, interesting. Plenty of storage place. Wow, they're keeping a car like this. Wow, means it's very spacious. Don't know. Looks like a small car, maybe. Don't know. Anyway, plenty of wood for the fireplace for the wintry months. Another space, interesting space, can be used, to make your jams or passata as a laboratory for cooking. If you like to to preserve food, then we have stairs from another entrance leading to the terrace. Beautiful space, beautiful garden. Just needs to be clean and put. You can put all the fruit trees that you like here. Nice, nice. You can even make probably a small swimming pool there. All right. So I'm trying now to understand the floor map. Corte Comune. Okay, so this is where the garage is. So there are two separate buildings with gardens. So here we have the entrance. Here we have the staircase. Interesting. Very interesting property. 145 for a property like this, it's not a lot. You might pay somewhere else maybe 300 or 400,000 for a house like this. Interesting. And now, okay, let's have a look at the last picture, the last property. 7 rooms, 230 square meters. Now, let's just compare. Here we are above 1,000 euro per square meter. Here we are, I'd say nearly half, 600 euro per square meter, because 230 square meters, 7 rooms, in the historic center of Specchia, stone house offers for sale an independent townhouse with a large open space. The property consists on two residential properties. Interesting. Let's see the basic features. 7 rooms, 2 bathrooms, uncovered parking space, second hand, air conditioning, private garden, individual heating, natural gas. But here you can put all the solar panels that you want. Okay, let's go full screen. Massive, big kitchen, beautiful, with new floor. Maybe the furniture is a bit old, but the kitchen is not old here. This furniture is a bit old, the table is a bit old, the couches are a bit old, but we have a lovely fireplace, air conditioning, and a lovely vaulted ceiling. Spacious, new floor, new electrical implant as well. I see. All right, let's move on. Radiators. So we have radiators. This is a vaulted barrel ceiling. It's not a star vaulted. Lovely. The kitchen, plenty of space. So here we are in the living room, I'd say. Here we have a bathroom. Here we have a utility room. Okay, I'd say that anyway, I won't renovate anything. I would just repaint and I would keep everything as it is. New furniture. Obviously, you have to imagine the house without these pictures and so on. Obviously, Italians are very religious, elderly people, so they like to keep images of all type of saints and so on. Traditions, beautiful star vaulted ceiling bedroom, spacious. I mean, not very spacious, but high ceiling, bright. You don't have claustrophobia here in this type of rooms. Beautiful. Floor, new. So I'd say maybe renovated 10 years ago. You see, they kept the old doors. They simply restored the old one and just repainted, make it nice. That's what I would do. I will always try to keep the original things. If they are in a good condition, keep them. It keeps the value of the original house. So a little courtyard, but new blinds, new, not very new windows frames, but good order, good condition. Again, here I would renovate. I would keep them, and because they are beautiful, they are stylish. Another star vaulted ceiling bedroom, beautiful, with window, air conditioning, radiators. Here they kept the old radiators, looks like. Smart, interesting, beautiful. New bathroom, even if, no, but here you have shower and you have bath tube, so you can keep both of that. I love the tiles here. Radiator, these are new radiators, but recently renovated, no more than 10 years ago. Okay, spacious bathroom. They kept, for example, the old system for the flush of the toilet. This is a flush mid 80s, early 80s. Is a flush system made in the mid 80s, but anyway, they kept the old system without changing, which I don't disagree. It doesn't look bad. All right. Bathroom is in order. New electrical implant. I see. Utility room. Beautiful backyard. Beautiful. I like to have this type of pots with guard, with access for your car, with your private gate. Interesting. Wow, lovely veranda space. Beautiful. Wow, nice. Very, very nice. Another utility room with the washing machine connected. So there is all you need. New kind of roof here with wood to make to cover. Anyway, for shadow, no rain. Beautiful. Garage. We also have a garage. Beautiful. Or you can use it as a, looks like here they're keeping oil, extra virgin olive oil. They were probably farms. Then we have a second house. Wow. Plenty of space, plenty of space. Wow, here, interesting, 145,000 euro for this house. This, okay, looks a tiny bit older than the previous one, but we understand that there are two separate houses. For example, this floor needs only a very good polish, repaint everything, get rid of all the old furniture. Big bathroom, all tiles here. These are mid 60s, early 70s. But we are talking about two big properties, so 260 square meters. Here you can even put a jacuzzi, the big, another kitchen. Keep all the floors, keep all the doors, keep as many things as possible of this house. Plenty of space. I see plenty. Here you can put solar panels. You see the neighbor here has solar panels with water, solar flame. You do the same, another solar panel. Maybe this belongs to the same property. Maybe they have already some big. Okay, no, they have already some solar panel. Actually, belongs to the house here. Massive property. Okay, this looks like the main entrance door. Let me go back. Okay, here we have the entrance for your garden where you can park the car. I like this house. 145,000 euro. Okay, my friends. So here we are with another video from Properties for Sale Under on Italia Place to Love YouTube channel, my friends. So we reach 145,000 euros. So the video, it is properties for sale under 145,000 euro in Specchia, Lecce Province, Salento, beautiful part of Apulia Region. Then we have properties 155 and above, and so on. I hope you have enjoyed this video, my friends, and I'll see you here on Italia Place to Love YouTube channel to my next video. Bye!